Hey everyone, so in this video we are going to take a look at the Unity project and assets Minion Series Monster Set 2 from Downrain DC. This is available at the Unity store. It's just $19.99 USD, so $20 USD. And the reason why I decided to purchase and review this package is because I'll be using it in a game that I'm making, and I wanted to show you how easy it is to use third-party assets in your project. So first I'm going to do a quick review of the assets as they stand in an empty project and then show you how easy it is to integrate into your project. So after you make the purchase, you would go to Window, you would go to Package Manager. So while you're in the project that you want to utilize these assets for, you click on Package Manager. Depending on what this set is set to, you might have to change it to My Assets if it doesn't say that already. Depending on how many assets you have, you may have to click on a link down here that loads more. They should be in alphabetical order, and you're going to want Minion Series Monster Set 2, presuming that's the one that you purchased. That's the one that we're reviewing today. As you can see, this is updated as of the time of recording just a couple days ago, so it is still actively being developed. So you'd click on download, import. I already did that because I don't want to waste your time. And then if there's ever an update, there'll be a button here that says update instead, and then you have to import it again. So we'll close that, and once you do, you get this folder. So it's all self-contained. It's not like it messes up your other folders or anything. You just open this up, and there is a separate folder for each monster. You can see pumpkin, you can see bat, you can see spider. So I'm going to use skeleton. Now I'm not going to review each one of these. You can already see the animations. You can already see what they look like in Unity. There's multiple YouTube videos. I'm here to really demonstrate how easy it is to work with the package. Okay, so what you're going to do, you don't want to mess with animations, FBX, materials, textures. This is just a sample scene or the lighting. So unless you actually want to change the appearance or functionality of the object itself, you don't mess with any of those. What you want the prefab folder. This is what you would either drag and drop into the scene or you would instantiate using code. So if we take this skeleton and we drop him into the scene, and let's see where he is. He's out there. So a couple things. A, he needs to be rotated towards the camera. And then we will move him right up to the camera. Go up a little bit. See in the preview. So that's good. So what you're going to see, let's run this. He is going to go through his various animations. Now, your game, you're not going to want that. The reason why he did this is clearly he's trying to create like a showcase. So he just wants you to be able to see all the different animations. So it's really meant to be a demo, okay? What we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to go from this to what you would use in your game. So if you click on with the object selected, if you go to Animator, you'll see all the different animations, okay? So these white lines, these are transitions, and they're based solely on time. They're based solely on time. So in other words, it's just a delay measured in whatever seconds, and then it goes to the next one. So you don't need these. Again, this is just to create a cycle for you to see everything. So I believe what we want to do, well, I know what we want to do. I just want to choose the right animation. I think damage is what we want, that it's taking damage. So we'll do like damage 01 or damage 02. So what we do is this. We're going to create a script. So right click, create C#, and we'll call this enemy con. Actually, I'm going to go back because I already forgot the name. I know it's damage 01. I just want to look at the actual syntax. So capital D underscore, and there is a 0, damage 01. Okay, so we open that up. And in the update section, what we're going to do, we're going to say if, and then we'll just look for input to keep it simple. The actual decision functionality that you'll use will be different. I'm just trying to show you how to go from one animation to another. So input.get key down, we'll use the space key. So if, and this is really what you're here for. So get component, What component? It's the Animator component. And then when we want to do the Animator component, we want it to play a different animation. So we want to play, and then in parentheses, the exact name. So I believe it was damage, capital D underscore 01. So when I press the space bar, it should then do that. So that's the kind of functionality that maybe you would do with, say, a turn-based RPG. Since there's not any actual collision detection, you hit a button, it fires off an attack, and the enemy responds. So what we're going to do, we're going to click on our object. We'll put the script there, and as you can see, there's the animator component. And if I haven't made any mistakes, so first of all, he'll be idle because we did not have any other transitions be maintained. We deleted them. And then if I hit space, bam, he takes damage. And then he doesn't go back to the animation, so you'd want to do that as well. And that would just be based on, say, time. So you could potentially leave that one there, that it goes back to the, let's see, let's go back to, that was damage 01, right? So I guess we will actually make a transition back to idle. Just move that over. Not that it matters. And then let's just do that. So now the transition is one directional though. In other words, this won't transition into the damage. It has to be damaged, and now it goes back into idle. Okay, so it's that easy to use these. So all right, so that's the demonstration using it in a clean project. Now I'll show you how easy it is to integrate into a pre-existing project. And like I said, there are numerous enemies in here, but I'm not going to review them because you can already see that. And again, I don't want to waste your time. So I'm going to do a brief cut here, and then we will open up the other project. And we're back. So those who are familiar with the assets that I've made available on itch.io, I'll leave a link in the description. You'll recognize this as Witch Defense. So Witch Defense is a free asset package and project that you can download for any commercial or non-commercial endeavor that you wish. But what I've done, I'm going to turn this into a game, and the game will be commercially available. So that will be actually sold rather than given away for free, and it will include these assets because I can't redistribute these assets as assets. That's not why they're there. You purchase them, and then you make it part of a larger project. You make it an executable, you make it into a game, and that's the way that you utilize them. So that's what I'm going to do. So the assets that you just saw will not be part of the Witch Defense asset package. I don't have the right to redistribute them like that, but they will be part of the executable. They'll be part of the game that I plan on releasing in the next couple months. So as you can see, again, here's the Downrain DC. I did make a few changes though, because like with Ghost, see if you come here to Prefab, see how his eye is glowing? What I did is I actually modified him. So you can see I added a couple spheres and I put an emissive material and so they glow. So I modified it a little bit. It's not a big deal, but I think it does create a little bit more of a distinctive look because if you can't see the eyes, it kind of darkens the entire look. So glowing eyes, good old staple to make something really creepy. So I did a few minor things like that to modify their appearance. So let's just run this now. And again, those of you who have used Witch Defense, you'll recognize this, but you'll notice that rather than my placeholder graphics, you actually have legitimate production quality enemies. As you can see, he also have glowing eyes. I added that as well. And he already has a walk animation. So all I had to do, I had to put on a rigid body, and then I used the script that I've already provided. So again, those of you who are familiar with the project, so here is the Velcon, so it was short for velocity control. And I just put the velocity control script. So there's the one for the ghost. You saw him with the blue eyes, zombie. That's what we just looked at now. and the coding stays the same. I didn't have to change the coding using his assets. But having said that, I also am not switching through any of the animations. So I would need to do the get component animator that I showed you, but I'm not cycling through any animations. I'm not using like any death animations or stun animations, at least not yet. We'll see what the final commercial version looks like, but this is basically just an arcade shooter, so the enemy doesn't like stop in front of you and start attacking. If he passes you, then damage is received. So really, it's that easy to integrate them into your project. That, like I said, if you're familiar with this, you knew that at this part you would see these kind of voxel enemies that I made in Magic of Voxel. Instead, you've got these more high quality enemies. They already have animations. You're just attaching a rigid body component, and the script that we've already provided will already work for them. So let's just click on to, let's go back to that. And where's the ghost? We'll open that up. So as you can see, here's the rigid body that I attached. All I did was get rid of gravity, and here is the Velcon script. So all the coding works. Like for instance, I added the tag ghost, but I'd already showed you how to do that. It's just a matter of adding the tag to this object. So I added the tag, added the rigid body, and added the script, and that was it. It just works because it's already designed. I already designed the coding to work with other objects. He already made his assets to be easily utilized by other projects. So it's that easy to integrate some of these assets into your project. So I think that's about it. I hope that you found this useful. So if you're interested, go ahead and head over to itch.io to download the free Witch Defense project. Like I said, it has placeholder enemies. I cannot redistribute these. These can only be distributed as part of like an executable, as part of a game, and that will be coming in a few months. But you can indeed, you get everything else to make your game worth. So you get the environment. There's actually two of them now. So there is the town scene, which you're looking at. So this is like autumn, and then this is the winter version. So you've got some snow. And then I was also working on like a graveyard. It's not finished yet, but there's this one. And so my plan is to build this out. And again, there'll be multiple scenes. All the functionality is there. You just won't have the production ready enemies. That would be up to you to purchase assets to use as the enemies, or you can use the ones that I provide. But the ones I'm using are, like I said, they're placeholder. They're just made in Magic of Voxel. I don't think they're actually good enough for a production, a commercial game, but that's your decision. So that's about it for this review of, let me make sure I get the name right. It is Minion Series Monster Set 2 by Downrain DC. And again, I chose to purchase and to review it so I could demonstrate how it's going to be integrated in this upcoming project. So if you want to see more reviews like this, just let me know. I've been trying to give a wider range of what I do on this channel. I do a lot of tutorials, but I also want to try to show you what else is available, because if you're a single person developer, you're a one-man team, one-woman team, it's hard to do everything yourself. So I think it's good to know what's out there and if those pre-existing assets meet your needs. I am not an artist. I never will be. So something like this makes a project doable for me. Okay, so I think that is about it. So again, if you want to see more videos like this, just let me know and I'll do more reviews. I'll probably do at least one more anyways because I already purchased one of the isometric projects. And so I'll probably do a quick review of that so you can see how easy that is to work with. And that's about it. Please enjoy the rest of your day. And depending where you are, the holidays are coming up. So if you celebrate those, then please enjoy those as well.